안녕하세요. 팔린입니다. 반갑습니다. Alright, welcome to class, and today we're gonna talk about the word change. Alright, so if you were to put it in a Google Translator or a Papago Translator, you will get 바꾸다. Not only will you get 바꾸다, you sometimes see 변하다. You also see 변화하다 and 병경하다. Alright, so these are 4 words to mean change, and how are they different? Alright, so that's what we're going to talk about in class today. Now, but before I begin, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Alright, if you've already done so, here we go. Okay, so the first one is 바꾸다. 바꾸다 is the most simplest, plain vanilla way to say, most commonly used way to say the verb to change. Now, the dictionary definition. 원래 있던 것을 없애고 다른 것을 채워놓거나 대신하게 하다. Okay, so 원래 있던 것을 없애고 means whatever that was originally there, you remove it, it's no longer there, and then you change it into something else. You either put something else in replacement, or instead of this original thing, you actually change it with something else. Alright, so it kind of like replace it with another object. Now, the second definition in the dictionary for 바꾸다, 한 언어를 다른 언어로 번역하여 옮기다. 한 언어를 one kind of language 다른 언어로 to another language 번역하여, to actually translate it or to change it or to move it to another language. Right? So you can say 언어 바꿔요, change the language. So one is to translate, or the other means to replace something with something. Okay, so that is 바꾸다. Alright, so 변하다. The second word here is 변하다. Now, 변하다's dictionary definition is 무엇이 다른 것이 되거나 혹은 다른 성질로 달라진다. Now, what does it mean? 무엇이 다른 것이 되거나 something becomes something else, or 혹은 다른 성질로 달라진다. It becomes a different state or a different property or a different the state of it, the properties of it changes. So for example, maybe from ice to water, right? The state of it changes or the properties of it changes. Now, the other meaning in the dictionary, 사람의 속성이나 사물의 상태 따위가 이전과 다르게 된다. Now, what does it mean? A person's inner character or a personality of a person, or the state of an object is no longer what it used to be previously. It's no longer the same as what it is previously. Okay, that's what it means. So basically, like, the whole thing has changed. You know, for example, a person used to be very kind-hearted is no longer kind-hearted, right? He's now a very evil person. Okay, he has changed. 변했어요. Someone who used to be very caring, he used to come to every moim, every gatherings, and suddenly out of a sudden, you know, he no longer shows up. He's only concerned about his girlfriend. He's no longer interested in his friends. 그럼 변했어요. The person's character or person's personality has changed. 병경하다. 병경하다 also means to change, but in more simple terms, it means 다르게 바꿔 새롭게 고치다. 다르게 바꿔 새롭게 고치다. Now, what does it mean? 다르게 바꿔요 means to change it into something else, into 새롭게, which is new. Okay, in order to replace it, to fix it with something else, something new. And so this is actually a very similar definition with 바꾸다. Okay, so changes into something else or changes into something new, kind of like switch it into something else or switch it into something new. Okay, so the word here is new, not that it changes into a different state, but it changes into something new. Now, lastly, we have 변화하다. Now, again, the dictionary's definition is 사물의 성질, 모양, 상태 따위가 바꾸어 달라지다. Now, what it means that the state, okay, of this object, or the shape of the object, or the state of the object, the image, etc., is different. It's changed and it's different. Okay, so it's more like it's being transformed into something else. Okay, so that is what it really means. But let me show you how you can differentiate these four. right? Or when should you use this for? Now, 바꾸다 is actually the most simplest and most basic way to say that something has changed, or the verb to change. Right? So it's actually very commonly used. It's one of the most commonly used among the four to illustrate that something has changed. Now you can use it on your schedules, you can use it on your plans, you can use it on the direction, you change the direction, you can also change it on things, you can also use it on people. Okay, so like, can you please change the phone to someone else? 전화 좀 바꿔주세요. In that sense, right? Okay, so it's very simple, plain vanilla in that sense. Okay, when you want to say change your clothes, 옷을 바꿔요. Okay, please change it. Or technically, we also say 갈아입어요. If you go to the shop and you buy something, it's the wrong size and you want to exchange it. Now, in this case, it's not change, but exchange. We call that 교환하다. It's not 바꾸다 or any of these four, but 교환하다. 교환하다 is to 交换 in Mandarin, okay, which means to exchange. 교환하다. When you're talking about to change money at the money changer, for example, if you're going to Korea for holiday, you need to change your US dollar to Korean won or Sing dollar to Korean won. You can say 돈을 바꾸다, 돈을 바꿔요. Or you can also say 환전하다, 환전하다. And it's nothing of the other three, okay? It's just 바꾸다, right? You don't really use the other three. Now, when you talk about 병경하다, what do we use it for? Okay, you can use it for 일정, you can use it for your plans, 계획, 방향, 뭐 사람도 괜찮지만, okay, so it's also fine to use it on people, but we don't use it on objects. Okay, so for example, if this object has changes instead, but 변경하다는 안 돼요. 병경하다 is more like you make changes to the schedule, you make changes to the meeting minutes, you make changes to something. Alright, it's a bit also more active verb in that sense that I'm the one who make changes or you are the one who make changes. Alright, please don't make changes to this. In this case, 변경하지 마세요. Okay, so it's more like alteration, making changes to a schedule, a plan, and stuff like that. Now we don't use it on objects. Okay. Next is 변화하다. 변화하다. Now 변화하다, you can use it on things. You can also use it on qualities, properties, like the state of something. You can also use it on shapes. You can also use it on its image. It's quite wide in a sense, okay, the things that you can use it on. However, remember when you use 변화하다, it's more like transform. It's transform into something, right? It changes, like the whole image of it changes, and it's very different from what it has been transformed in that sense. Okay, 그거는 변화하다. 변화하다 is actually a bit more passive verb than 변경하다. So the difference between 변화하다 and 병경하다 is that 변화하다 is like it has been changed, right? It's not that I went to change it, not that I changed it, but it's just changed, right? It has been changed in that sense. Okay, so 상태 바뀌어다. 바뀌어다 means the 바뀌어요. It's not that I change it, but it's being changed, right? It's a passive verb in that sense. Okay, so that's a slight difference between 변화하다 and 병경하다. 변하다, it's kind of like the simple version of both 병경 and 변화하다. It's more similar to 바꾸다, and 바꾸다 is the most simplest basic form of the verb to change. First of all, in this example, Nick has not changed at all. He looks exactly the same 10 years ago. 닉은 하나도 안 10년 전이랑 똑같아요. Right? Nick has not changed. Nick 하나도 안 바꿨어요. 안 변경했어요. 안 변했어요. 안 변화했어요. 그죠? 여기는 변했어요. 닉은 하나도 안 변했어요. 10년 전이랑 똑같아요. 이렇게 말하면 됩니다. Number 2. Caterpillars change into butterflies. Caterpillars becomes butterfly. Caterpillars transforms into butterflies. 애벌레는 나비로 하게 된다. 하게 돼요. In this case, 애벌레는 나비로 변하게 돼요. 변하게 돼요는 안 돼요. Why? Why is number 4 변화하게 돼요? 안 돼요. Because 변화하다 is really a passive verb, and 하게 되어 also is a passive, right? It becomes, so therefore it clashes, okay? 그래서 애벌레는 나비로 변하게 돼요. It will change into butterflies. Next one. You need to change your eating habits. 너의 식사 버릇을 블라블라블라야 해요. 맞아요. 너의 식사 버릇을 바꿔야 해요. 바꿔야 해요. 너의 식사 버릇을 바꿔야 해요. Next one. Let's not make changes to the contract yet. 계약을 아직 지 맙시다. 그쵸? 계약을 아직 변경하지 맙시다. 병경하다 in this case. Let's not alter or make any changes to the contract at this moment. Alright, number 5. It changes from red to orange. 빨간색에서 주황색으로 빨간색에서 주황색으로 바꿨어요. It become 바꿨어도 괜찮긴 해요. 변했어요. It transformed into orange. 변했어요는 괜찮고, 변경했어요. Are you the one who make that change? Although you add the yellow, but you're not the one that changes it. It changes itself. 그래서 변경하다는 조금 좀 아닌 것 같아요. 변화하다. 빨간색에서 주황색으로 변화했어요. Now this is fine because you're saying from it has become it transformed into orange. 그래서 변화했어도 괜찮고 변했어도 좋아. 바꿨어요는 not my preferred selection. Not really wrong. You'll be understood. 근데 좀 아닌 것 같아요. 네, 그래서 빨간색에서 주황색으로 변했어요 아니면 변화했어요는 제일 좋은 것 같습니다. Alright, number 6. So the change in 청계천 is beyond imagination. 청계천의 blah 상상 이상이에요. 상상 is your imagination, 想象. 이상 is and above. 예, 상상 이상이에요. 그래서 청계천에 in this case 이가, so that's a hint that is supposed to be a noun. Okay, so therefore 바꾸다 is out, right? 바꾸다 is a verb. You can change it to a noun, but yeah, on its own, it's a verb. Okay, you can't just say 청계천에 바꾸가 상사요. 안 돼요. Okay, so 바꾸다 it's a verb, it's not a noun. 그래서 청계천에 변이 상상해요. 변도, although it's a 한자 word, 변 itself is not a valid noun. Okay, 변하다. However, in this case, 변경 and 변화, it's a valid noun. So you can say 청계천의 변경이 상상 이상이에요. 청계천의 변화가 상상 이상이에요. So it's only between these two. Now, which is it? 변경 or 변화? In this case, 청계천의 변화가 상상 이상이에요. It's 변화 instead of 변경. Why? Because 변화 is something that you don't control, right? 청계천's transformation is not something that you transform it. It's not that you took part, you change it. It's not you, first of all. Number 2, it's this transformation, right? From a dirty river into a very beautiful, romantic alley right now. Okay, 그래서 청계천의 변화가 상상 이상이에요. Last one. The size is a little bit too small. Shall I change it? Shall I go to the shop and change it? 사이즈가 좀 작아요. 까요? 네, 바꿀까요? In this case, if you're saying you want to go to the shop to exchange it, 교환할까요도 괜찮고, 바꿀까요? 변할까요? Not really, okay. And 변경할까요는도 안 돼. You can't really alter it. You can only change it. 변화할까요? You don't transform the size, okay. In this case, the only answer here is 바꿀까요? 네, 바꿀까요? Alright, so I hope that you like and enjoy and learn something from today's video, today's lesson. And if you do, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Share it with your friends, and let's enjoy learning Korean together. Now, I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye!